This video covers installation details of Thermon's Terminator DP FAK and DP FAK 5L kits for T-splice of electrically heated tube trace bundles. Receiving, storing, and handling. Inspect materials for damage incurred during shipping. Report any damages to the carrier for settlement. Identify parts against the packing list to ensure the proper type and quantity have been received. And store in a dry location. Use the supply dimensions for the Terminator DP FAK 5 and 5L kits to ensure adequate space is available for proper installation. A Thermon PETK kit is required for power and end terminations of electrically heated tube trace bundles. One kit is needed per heater and must be ordered separately. Refer to Form PN 50132. These are the recommended tools for installation of the Terminator DP FAK 5 and 5L kits. Individuals installing these products are responsible for complying with all applicable safety and health guidelines. Proper personal protective equipment, or PPE, should be utilized during installation. Contact Thermon if you have any additional questions. Remove outer jacket and insulation. Remove the outer jacket and insulation from the end of the tubing bundles. Caution! Do not cut or damage heat trace or sampling tube. Ensure a minimum of 457 mm or 18 inches of heat trace is available for electrical connection. Separate heat trace from tubing and bend 90 degrees. For self-regulating heat trace, trim tubing to within 64 mm, or 2.5 inches, of end of insulation. For zone-type heat trace, strip back bundle insulation 64 mm or 2.5 inches beyond bus connection indentation. If bus connection indentation is less than 305 to 381 mm or 12 to 15 inches from end of heat trace, proceed stripping bundle insulation to next indentation. Make tube fitting connections with appropriate fittings, provided by others. Test fittings for leaks before proceeding. Wrap tubes and heat trace, with one pass of heat reflective tape, with 25% overlap. Then, wrap with 3 passes of glass fiber tape, with 50% overlap, or until fiber tape is equal to original bundle insulation thickness. Complete with 1 additional pass of heat reflective tape. Trim the Terminator DP FAK 5 or 5L cover halves to match the outside diameter of the tubing bundle. Attach the expediter base with O-ring to the FAK 5 or 5L base, using 3M5 screws and lock washers. Punch out weep hole. Apply RTV sealant to both halves of the FAK 5 or 5L cover. Cut heat trace at a 45-degree angle, to aid in piercing grommet inside expediter. Leave a minimum of 180 mm or 7 inches from the expediter. Join the FAK 5 halves and secure with 10 panhead screws and nuts. Cut heat trace at a 90-degree angle. Terminate the heat trace with the appropriate PETK termination kit. refer to the PETK instructions form PN 50132 for details not addressed here. For power connection applications, use dimple molded into side of junction box base to drill hole for user-supplied power connection fitting, per manufacturer's recommendations. Mount junction box on expediter. Align slots to properly orient the junction box base. Tighten nuts securely. Install user-supplied power connection fittings and pull in power and ground wires. Install the quick mount terminal block, twist to position and tighten screws. Complete system wiring between fabricated E-trace and power supply wiring. Install the junction box lid and twist hand tight. Insert a screwdriver into the ratchet slot located on the side of the junction box base to tighten. The lid will rotate 30 degrees. To remove the lid, repeat in opposite direction. Completed Terminator DP FAK 5 and DP FAK 5L kit for inline splice or power connection of electrically heated tube trace bundles. For additional information on this product, visit us on the web at thermon.com.